Yeah, I started making beats in like late 2017, like basically like a month before going to college. And then at this point, I like when I had that trip, I maybe only had like 4 or 5 songs out like I had produced. I wasn't even named Wendigo at this point. His name was Soulcraft. Um, so it was like really early on in my career. But yeah, at this point, like, I was just trying to get into it.
Or what? How did that come together? What made you jump into beats? Because you said you were playing guitar for what, like
Yeah,
nine,
so it,
ten
it was
years?
kind of like it was kind of random. I was playing guitar prior, just like for years at this point, like in bands throughout high school, middle school, and I had this band called the Bobby Dees that I was in, and we were just like recording, and there was like the studio we would go to record. Sometimes we would record in the house, but I wanted to figure out a way to just like record us like for the cheap. So I got Ableton, and I had just gotten it to record guitar, but like one night, like I was a fan of rap at this point, so like at some point I knew I'd have the thought like maybe I'll try to make a beat, and I just like did it one night, and then from that point there was just like no looking back. I just like got like
You were just
addicted
hooked
instantly.
right
Yeah.
there. Okay, damn. So let's backtrack a little bit. From Manhattan originally, moved over to Woodstock. When did your interest kind of peak in music? Was music always kind of the goal?
Music was all okay. That's a good question actually, because yeah, like for a lot of people, like a lot of artists, they'll always say like, yeah, music was always the goal, and like yeah, for my whole life, I said music was the goal, but I didn't have like a real perception of like what I wanted to do or like really how I would go about doing that till I was like 17, and I was in this music school called the Paul Green Rock Academy, and this guy named Paul Green ran it, and he would just go around and just like we basically would just like give us songs to learn, and we would just like learn them and go out and do shows like around the country. And there was one show, like I was a senior in high school at like the very end of my time there. We went to Germany for like a week and did a show in this place called Zappa Now, which is like this big ass Frank Zappa festival. And we did this show in front of like maybe like 5,000 people, which I was 17 at the time, like 5,000 heads.
Damn.
And I had never, I don't know, I just walked out on that stage, and the feeling that I got of just like being in front of like thousands of people, it was like the craziest high I've ever experienced in my life. It was like euphoria, pure euphoria. And I walked off that stage that day, like completely just like changed. I was like, this was the best thing I've ever done in my life. But I'm only 17. Like, I can't not do this again in my life. So in that moment, that was like when I realized like, yeah, I have to pursue music now, because like I just basically got fucked up. Someone just gave me this experience, and now I
Yeah.
can't go back. Like I can't just go back to like regular life anymore.